whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't.
आई जम आई लाइव आ गए हैं रे बाबा रे बाबा रे बाबा। ये कहाँ से चालू होता है यार इसने? काबिल टिकट बहुत जल्दी हमने अपने पास नाइट बोर्ड कभी कभार काम नहीं करता है नशे का। है किधर? तो और तीन और कुल ये आ गया। ये आग वाला भी देख लिया, पानी वाला भी देख लिया, विंड भी देख लिया, थंडर भी देख लिया, ये भी देख लिया। ये नहीं देखा बस का ये अपना रह गया कायरो। लल्ला लल्ला लल्ली। चू ये मिशन पर हम 1% भी टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करेगा। मैं आ चुका हूँ। लिटरली 3-4 मिशन यहाँ पे अपडेट हो गए, आ गए बहुत सारे मिशन करने के लिए। थोड़ा आराम से जाएंगे, ऐसे धीरे धीरे भी तो जा सकते हैं। वह कहाँ से मर गई? अरे भैया, और बाकी जान निकल गई भैया, चिल्ला गई वो तो। अभी आया जिंदा करके अंदर, जान निकल गई है बेचारी की। ठीक निकल गई उसकी, दम निकल गई। ओके यहाँ पे आते हैं, यहाँ पे कर लेते हैं जो वाला तो हमारा फेवरेट वाली जगह क्या मैं पता नहीं किस चलते हैं। इधर से जाना, इधर से जाना। चल 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 चल।
Rev the engines.
टूडू टूडू बज रहा कुछ। इस जगह से आती है वो। क्या नाम है उस लड़की का? नाम भूल रहा हूँ मैं।
Ah, we're finally here. So this is your home, Mulani?
मुल्लानी। ये तो सफरिंग टाइप की जगह लग रही है थोड़ी, बीच साइड एरिया।
See, what did I tell you? A dip in the hot springs after a battle is just the best.
Fetch me a bottle of wine, would you, dear?
Just one? Let's get another.
Want to go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation. Absolute.
वही
Wow,
कर
it's
थोड़ा
so lively around
गोवा टाइप
here.
की वाइब
Is
दे
there
रहा है
some kind of holiday going on?
We try to treat every day like a holiday around here. We believe every day is.
है नाच का
Yeah,
है
let me
ये
show you
लड़की
around. Show Cheekwe Cattle Records. Come on, the hot springs, of course.
कौन
Natural-
कहाँ ऑस्प्रिंग किधर है
You want us to bathe? Here?
Oh, don't be shy. Come on, I'll take you to get Jane. Milani! Huh? Oh, Auntie Atea!
Please, I've told you that just Atea is fine. Do I look? Were you taking these two to the hot spring?
That's right. Oh, let me introduce you. This is the Traveler. They only just arrived in Natlan.
अल्लाह भाई दोनों में फर्क बहुत है मैंने ये चीज नोटिस करी है स्क्रीन
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea.
नेवर
By the way, Mualani, I heard you lost to Kachina during the pilgrimage.
Yeah, I was this close to winning. Oh. Anyway, it's all in the past. I'm gonna take
अच्छा ये
you.
काय
Oh,
वो
wait.
है अग्नि
You'll need swimsuits first. I'm sure.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
ले भाई ज्ञान दे रही है रूल बता रही है
Rule? Oh, wait, you mean.
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right.
कौन सा रूल है
Outlanders
बताओ
have
मैं
to
भी
complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed.
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot. A few travelers have.
हम
But
तो कह रहे हैं
seriously,
बात है
Auntie
नहीं
Atea,
चलते
do we
हैं
have-
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. You know,
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch.
Okay.
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring.
Relax.
Much better. How else would I have the inner— Hey! You over there! How many times have I told you no—
oh shoot! That weird lady's back.
Run! Stop right there! Ugh, you need a—
She sure has a lot of
क्या
energy.
करना है भाई
She's a legend in our tribe. Back before I she
अबे चल
referred-
आगे
It's just the doctor's man
बहुत
abyssal
बातें
power
करते हो,
still
आगे बढ़ते
exists
हैं।
within her body.
Oh no.
That's normal. She never talks about her injury. She's worked tirelessly over the years to dig up artificial springs. Anyway, let's head to the artificial springs.
देखा कहाँ आर्टिफिशियल तुम्हारी स्प्रिंग भाई बातें करने में जो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपर्ट हैं बातें करवाओ इनसे बस बातें
Oh,
काम की बातें हो तो बढ़िया भी
that's a
लगता है
great idea.
फालतू बातें
See,
ज्यादा
I
करते
told you
हैं
the chief would agree. Let's get moving then. We can't let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukau. You three seem particularly cheerful today.
Oh, Mualani! You're
Mulan.
back.
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests.
ओके
I wanted to take them to the natural hot
इम्पोर्टेंट
spring,
बोल रहा
but
है
Oh, what a coincidence.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
really? How can you tell?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Specifically, the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she used to go there a lot before they became abandoned for some reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right? Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief
Huge
Amina thinks it's a
surprise
great
party.
idea too. So, you want in?
Of course. How could you even think of pulling this off without me? I'm a little busy right now, though. I'll come find you once we're done at the hot springs.
Of course. Take your time. You
Take
should
your
focus
time.
on our guests for now.
kill for someone
These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones if you ask me. We really worked hard on them. And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol.
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out. You can count on us. All right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mualani.
आगे बढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे
I'm also gonna head out. Have
have fun
Finally, it's hot spring time! Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you.
तेरी आंखें चेंज, आंखें चेक करा दे अपनी। मैं पानी में क्यों गिर गया मैं एकदम? तेज कर देना नेक्स्ट।
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Regular days of volcanic activity have to be performed.
Yeah, it's
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high temperature pools. It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive underwater the first time I ever went swimming. So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
okay. Here goes nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks as well. I'll just leave them here. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips. See how you like them.
Oh, thank you. These are great.
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the type of snacks you should choose, but also the amount of time you should spend in the water. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite, and something you should absolutely not learn from Mualani.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to the natural springs then. Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember how you used to pour it into the water when you were little. That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not.
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it into clear water. Not my best work. Some people get dizzy if they stay in here.
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, but I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended? In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are... Huh?
Yeah, she brought us snacks and taught us about the hot springs are supposed to help each other out. We'd feel bad otherwise.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natlan's ever seen.
Mualani!
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party started, the sooner we get to enjoy the real party. Now, where to start? Looks like the water... Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Oh! Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks, too.
I'm not good at haggling. Why don't you go?
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even know what to buy. How about we handle things here while...
Yeah, that works, too. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it. All right, let's meet back here later.
To digging then?
Let's go!
Hey there, Yellowfath. Hope.
Well, if it isn't Moalani,
That's right.
well, it wouldn't be a competition if everyone.
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable order, as you can.
Wow, that is a.
That's right. Keep this between us for now, but.
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this? You can have the decorations on the house, and I'll give you 20% off the cloth and wood.
Come on, I know you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you need to get rid of it, or it's gonna go moldy.
All right, all right. Such a hand.
Wow, that was amazing, Mool.
All in a day's work.
Interested? They won't.
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package, nope. Kachina likes shiny little. I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise for her when she returns victorious from battle. I'm sure she'll like it.
All right, that should be everything. If you could just double check, make sure nothing's missing.
Let me see. Huh? What's this crate of juice doing here?
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life. She never asked for anything in return, but I could never forget what she did for my family that day. So, send her my regards, would you? And have fun!
Oh, we will. It's gonna be a party to remember. Thanks a lot, Yellowfath. Well, that's our shopping done. Let's head back. We're back. Wow, this place cleaned up nice.
गल जगह पे
You
मीट
got
हो
the
गई
water unblocked too.
तेरा भला हो
Good
गल जगह
work.
पे मीट कर दिया
I would hope so. We spent all day clearing out debris from the bottom of the spring. Did you guys get everything?
Oh,
Audio
we grabbed
capture
that
है
tons
ये
of stuff. We set it
Put
down near
down
the cave
like
entrance.
All right then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get back to work.
Actually, why don't you two take a break? I'll handle it from here. Traveler, mind lending me a hand?
ओपन अभी बताता हूँ यहाँ से देखते हैं फिर यहाँ पे करा ये चीज बढ़िया है
So,
ठीक है,
I
मेरा
was
काम हो
brainstorming on the
जाएगा।
way over, and I'm thinking we could draw something on the wall over here, and the snacks and drinks can go over there.
ठीक है अपना वो बना रही है क्या मेंशन है छोड़ा दे ले भाई घर पर बनना है यहाँ पे आप पूरा
So, what
सजा
do you
दिया
think? No.
It looks amazing.
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so... Not to mention, this was totally a group effort.
वाह भैया
Still, I didn't expect it to take quite this long. Guess it's too late.
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amina set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered.
I see. This could actually be a good thing. Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too.
अबे हमें भी सोना भाई सोन दे तू कल आइयो कल बात करते रहो किधर जाना है मैं 200 मीटर पका लीजिए मैं फंस गया मैं किस तरह फंस गया मेरा आज मैं तो चौड़ के जाऊंगा नहीं जा पाया भाई काफी लंबा रास्ता है भाई इधर से उधर चेकिंग करता हूँ यहाँ सोएंगे जी हमारा बेडरूम
Alright, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay?
ओके
Yep, good night.
कल मिलते हैं कल आइयो सुबह
Paimon's exhausted.
तू तो भाई हर समय तू बड़ी
Anyway, we
थकती
need to
रहती
be
है
well
उठती रहती है
rested
फिर
for
भी
the
थक
party
जाते हैं
tomorrow, so
आ रही है ना आवाज? ठीक है, ये परफेक्ट है। क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया? लड़ाई हो गई? दंगे हो गए? निकल निकल ओए। जल्दी उठ।
What's going on?
It's the Abyss. Our patrol, come with me.
Wolani, a little help over here.
One moment. I'll be right there.
अबे बाहर दंगे हो गए, चल।
Really? That's perfect. I've been waiting for the chance to fight by your side. Hang in there. We're here to help.
ले भाई।
Let's ride.
Rise with the sun. Late to bed.
Tide rises! Yeah!
एक
Let's round them up.
है?
Are they being contaminated by the Abyss?
No, they are the Abyss. Destroy them.
The tide rises! Yeah!
ओए उस पे जा, उस पे जा, उस पे जा। कहाँ जा रहा भाई?
Thank you.
I'm alright. Go help the others.
We're almost done.
पता
We've
ना
cleared out most of the monsters over here. Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. We still have no idea where these creatures are. Let's
पीछे
go
बारिश
ask
वो
Amina.
कैसे तब
She'll have a better
हो
handle
रहा
on
है?
the
बिजली कड़क
situation.
रही है। बिजली कड़क रही है भाई। कहाँ से आ रही है बिजली तुम्हारी? ये कहाँ जाना भाई? कहाँ जाना? क्या किया तू? क्यों दिखा रहे भाई?
Amina!
अमीना।
Oh,
Kamina.
it's you three. Thank you for help. We were prepared for an attack.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon. An abyssal pylon?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise...
Exactly. That's what...
Alright, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on your help?
Of course!
बिल्कुल भाई, हम तो
On
करेंगे help।
behalf of the people of the springs, you have my thanks.
Let's go. There's no time to lose.
चल भाई चल, हम तो चल तैयार हैं। कहाँ है? रास्ता किधर है?
Let's ride!
क्या पता क्या? क्या मरवाई दे ढंग से करता। बढ़ जाएगी? क्या तुम?
Carving waves!
Mulani, is that the pylon?
यहाँ
That's
से आ
all
रहे हैं।
right. Come on,
मारते हैं चल।
let's get rid of this.
Burn it down! Light up the blazing sun!
खत्म।
Incinerate! Overruled. The horse!
अबे तेरा वाला हो मार
Now it's
बढ़िया मैंने ये चल दिया नहीं तो वही वो हो जाता मेरी टीम मर जाती
That should do it, right?
I don't see any more monsters, so.
Do these attacks happen a lot?
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes, but that's how our ancestors have always lived. Besides,
जी?
the abyss doesn't care.
पीछे
how
आंधी बहुत चल
Come
रही है
on,
तुम्हारी
we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
so many monster
You're right. Mualani, look! Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
familiar देखिए मैंने नहीं देख पाया
What? How unlucky can we get? We just finished the renovation. We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to us. Let's move.
हाँ बिल्कुल मूव आ जाते हैं
Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone, keep it up!
खाना देना पड़ेगा मुझे पहले अपने खिलाड़ी को जो भी जिंदा है उन्हें खाना दिया अबे ये नहीं है खाना खाना देते खाना दे दो खाना एक ये दे दो ये कैसे दे दो इसे इसे और फटाफट जो खाना दे बनाऊंगा ये खाना खत्म होता हो गया होगा मिलते खाना क्या हो गया ओ भैया कैसे जाएगी
Let's ride.
ये क्या आता भाई ये तो होगा कितनी दूर से कर जाऊँ एक बार में जाएंगे भाई जी तक
Burn it down! Laid bare.
Off we go.
Water jet!
Rise with the sun! Light up the blazing sun! No more mistakes!
एक तो ये 4 नंबर हटा भाई
Water jet!
एक तो 4 नंबर मेरा
Transfixed! Everlasting as the moon!
निकलना है अपनी नहीं तो अंदर भी है अंदर भी अब क्या क्या वायरस है बाबा वायरस फैल जाएगा ऊपर
Ataya, what are you doing here? Where's the pylon?
Where do you think? I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work.
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad. The abyssal power is corroding your body.
दिखाओ
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there?
सही होंगे ये
Mulani and Atea. What's going on?
Ataya took care of it, but she's injured. Quick, someone get a doctor.
चतरा भी
All right, stop fussing. Don't you think I know my own limits? The main thing is they didn't destroy anything.
Wait, no. This was meant to be a surprise.
For me, right? I know.
Atea!
आई मर गई क्या मरने वाली
You think I couldn't tell you were avoiding me on purpose? And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you? You have to choose them based on the temperature of the water.
Oh, forget about that. The doctor's almost here, and you're gonna get all better. Then we can have a meal together, and
तो इलाज करेगा क्या इसका?
The impurities in the elemental energy we embody repel each other.
Okay.
What? The crystal has been purified?
The anguish he feels
ये तो नकली था
has
ना?
brought him to tears. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you
Ateya! Ateya! Wait, what do you mean?
अबे करन देना था, तू ज्ञान को दे रही है.
What is this? Some sort of purification?
Pure?
The abyssal power, it's being cleansed away!
How can that be? I never knew that was even possible.
ले भाई ठीक है, ये पैसा निकाल. ठीक है.
Ateya!
Ateya.
The mark of the abyss. It's gone.
Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you alright?
Yeah, alright. तू बता अपने बारे
I
में.
just saw you purify abyssal power from... You're sure? Good. Good.
Thank goodness. You scared us all half to death just now.
Alright, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll meet here tomorrow. We'll celebrate Atea's recovery and our triumph over the abyss. And most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid.
Got it!
कौन सा quarter चला भाई?
Got any other secret powers I should know about? Oh, but seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to
Mondstadt.
cleanse Devalin's tears, didn't? That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh? You look like something's bothering you.
I didn't want to spoil the mood earlier, but when I verify AWS power with a okay power 40 years over.
Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate
पूजा तो
the
नहीं करती
corrosion
क्या
of her
उसकी? चेकअप करवा
We
इसका.
think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night.
चेक करना पड़ेगा भाई इसे.
Hello? Traveler?
अबे कुछ सोचना
Maybe you
पसंद
can
है.
zone out some...
पाइमन डिस्टर्ब मत कर, सोच रहा हूँ मैं कुछ. इस बार जाने क्यों इतनी पिटाई हो गई मेरी? मैं पिटता नहीं हूँ, ज़्यादा पिट गई. पिट गया मैं. और बताइए ना. जाना किधर भाई? अच्छा स्प्रिंग छोटा सा गड्ढा बना दिया इन लोगों. अबे मैं तो जा ऐप बढ़ाया हूँ. वो कहाँ आतिया को देख रहा है? दूर से देख रहा है.
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste?
अब जब बात
Hot spring
करेगा.
temperature too high? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all.
Hey kid.
It looks like it was no use. Hey, kid!
Who? Me?
ये kid बोल दिया भाई, देख ले भाई, kid बोल दिया.
Yes, you. Come on. Let's go for a walk.
ले भाई, walk के ले ले जा.
Hey, where are you going?
Something
Did
happened?
something happen?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there if they need replenishing. Baked them all fresh this morning.
All right, sounds great.
कुछ तो होने वाला है इस लड़की के साथ, मुझे ऐसा लगा. इस पे पावर है यार, मैं देखा था इसके पेट पे कह रहा हूँ, पैर पे.
Molani.
Yeah?
अब बताइए अपना सीक्रेट.
You've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Ateo, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
भाई बोलने वाली है, सुन ले उसकी बात.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave. And because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs, I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring.
I do believe
wanted
you.
to believe you were actually recovering.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. Both are worth celebrating.
Huh?
You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand.
But
But Death and I, we're old pals by now. I lived with regret for a long time. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Seeing you out there, it made me realize that even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. Just remember, whether in life or death.
ये भाई ये मरने वाली है, मुझे क्यों लग रहा है इसकी बात
Seems like you've given this. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set.
Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but just think of it as a relic I'm leaving for her. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say. Let's head back to the party. No use spending what little time I have left.
ये भाई पीछे खतरनाक सा टावर बना के रखा है इन लोगों ने.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any.
Excuse
next
me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach?
वाह, सही बात बोल रही है. उल्टी कर देगी अभी उसके अंदर ही. तो
Life is a journey in which there's no turning back.
तो
So forge ahead and don't hold back.
बात बहुत खतरनाक बोलते हैं. कंप्लीट पहला पार्ट होगा कंप्लीट. सेकंड पार्ट की तरफ बढ़ते हैं. until 2 days भाई, until 2 days तक वेट करूँगा। अबे नंगो दंगो क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? अरे नंगू पुंगू, थोड़ा यहाँ पे आसपास वो नहीं है तुम्हारे हेल्थ कह रहा हूँ, थोड़ा रिकवरी करने के लिए। नहीं जा सकता, कड़ा चाहिए, कड़ा कहाँ से लेके आऊँ? जाना किधर है? until 2 days। अभी वेट करते हैं, कहाँ दूसरी 2 days वेट करते हैं। उफ, एक ही दिन बीता। हाँ लो यार, रात हो गई। इधर बुला रही है, उधर ही वहाँ पे 700। ओके, यहाँ पे से पहुँचते हैं वहाँ पे। तो बाइक चला के जाऊँ।
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. Still, spending time here really has felt like the Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun. Oh, and Atea's snacks were yelling at some kids who got...
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell, but don't worry. The team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
अच्छा जी, चलते हैं, चलो।
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious.
Mualani, you said think about all those monsters that attacked your trap.
मैं तो चल रहा हूँ, चलो जल्दी यहाँ पे।
At a glance, it certainly seems like the only. But through our 500 years ago, the
अबे
Abyss invaded Teyvat.
मालूम है यार।
You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat. And Natlan was the worst affected of all.
लगता तो
It
नहीं
took
है।
the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. It was like each disaster was designed for a
So
specific
Avis
tribe.
understood the option.
Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct. But its methods are, in truth, we now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed
Pyro
by the
Archon के
various
side हो
Pyro
गई है।
Archons. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in responsibility, but I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for... To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? Be my guest. Heroes are always welcome in Natlan. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachin. The sea's not going anywhere.
मैं तो कहता चलो पार्ट 2 हाँ पार्ट 2 खेलना है भी चालू करना ये पर मैं इस जगह जाऊँ वेलकम नहीं बोला तूने आज क्या हो गया रूट गई है क्या मुझसे ये इसने आज पैसे नहीं दिए मुझे पैसे नहीं दिए यार इसने पैसे कर रहा हूँ वो ओके कर लो फिर चलते हैं पक्का रहा भाई पक्का रहा बैठी है क्या ऊपर बैठी तो नहीं है नहीं बैठी थी मुझे लगा बैठी है ये कौन सी बात है
Whoa, this place is packed already.
यस
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center.
Looks like I'm just in time.
तुम्हारी अच्छा ये तो अपना दोस्त है
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about...
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and... Come on, let's find a spot with... Let's go somewhere higher up, so Kachina...
बैठेंगे आजा चल ऊपर बैठ के देखेंगे पानी में ऊंचे पे अरे धूप नहीं आ रही तेरे को धूप नहीं लग रही यार
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life.
सही
We are the inheritors of memory and those who grew alongside sun and wind.
ठीक है
Those who forged our own destiny and future.
ओके
That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
रवि का दादाजी बोलो क्या हो गया सो गए क्या दादाजी आगे तो बोल ही नहीं रहे, सो गए शायद। देखो मैंने दादाजी को जा कौन सा कोई गाना गा रहा है भाई, चलो बंद। वो क्यों गा रहा है मतलब? नेशन एंथम है क्या ये तुम्हारा? आ गई मैं भी का। बोल बोल।
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What? What does that even mean?
Usually, once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the Y-Up recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point in arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the Y-Up interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
बोल क्यों नहीं रहा जी?
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened, so don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth. not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance.
अच्छा
You
जी
have concerns?
एक सेकंड
State
देते
them.
हैं
No,
नहीं
of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind.
ओके
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's...
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony.
अच्छा
If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go.
किंची किंची ओके एकदम कट सीन को आ गए
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the
America.
point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training. She would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return?
नहीं भाई हमें
Lose
जाना
ourselves
चाहिए
in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your... Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now... Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry. I know that may sound harsh.
Okay.
But I bear the name Malipo. The raw truth can be cruel, but we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is
Mualani.
personal for you.
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks...
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the... Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to Then, We have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the abyss at bay.
काफी
This
लंबी
won't
यार
be
मैं
easy.
लगती
I'll
नहीं
need
पर काफी
time
लंबी है
to
ये भी लंबी
figure
है
out the best
जो जो दोनों
approach.
परफेक्ट वो है
I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity.
Wow. Paimon thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and with fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become... Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that,
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her during our campaign.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines.
ठीक है
If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
मोहना मालूम बात कर लो
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared?
ये तो पट्टू है हर समय डरते रहता है
Sitlali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal.
हम तो जाने के लिए तैयार हैं
Thank you
हमें
so
जान
much
दो
for your help, everyone.
Your thanks.
चलो 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 टाइम नहीं है बाद में बात कर लेंगे आके
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
बिल्कुल
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
It kind of compliment नहीं complicated but look the like we are already making our name others
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After
You know
all, I've
quite
heard
a
you're
lot about
someone
me.
who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance.
वैसी बातें मत करेगा
But there are important things to be done.
I know
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me.
thick
I'll take good care of
very
it.
thick
And once this
मैं
is
कुछ नहीं
all
बोलना चाहता
over,
बस इसके आगे
I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire, but
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. The abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yes. Come with me.
Come with me. भाई बहुत लंबी बात है.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wayab have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Fatui. Archon, it's Fatui.
The Archon of Natlan.
Capitan.
A force to be reckoned with.
It's Capitan.
The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us.
Let our blades do the talking!
एनीमे फाइट लग रही थी फाइट ऑफ अबे गिर गया ये तो कब जाना दिल में मारा भाई क्या दिल पे ही मारा था अभी भी ना बेटा क्या ना फिर भी नहीं मान क्या पिट के भाग गया भाई पिट के भाग गया
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
पिट के भाग गया एनीमे फाइट थी
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Saritsa sent him here, why would he
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual... Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have...
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
दो तीन बार करो
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
नहीं उसको पहले ढूंढते हैं
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Everyone really hopes nothing goes wrong.
बिल्कुल एनीमे पूछ लो वो बिजी होगी हैं
What can you tell us about the scions of the
कर रही होगी
canopy?
किसी
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Time out.
वो किधर है करता जाओ। अच्छा इधर है ये, क्या घर तो इधर है ना। डबल बाय डबल।
That's Wina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Jessica.
Nice to see you again, Wina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to—
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing—
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still—
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wina? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you're that determined. Far be it from me to stop you.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the flower—
Oh, Chaska's a peacemaker, so she's famous throughout the tribes.
Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime, but let's get back to business. Wina, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like— in that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though—
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important.
Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important.
Need a letter sent? I can help.
Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important.
Need a letter sent? I can help.
Emotional support is important. Emotional support is important. Someone admiring the scenery. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, anything's...
Are you okay? You don't look...
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see. What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for you.
Watch your footing. The sky too while we're at it. Watch your footing. And the sky too, while we're at it.
I'm back थोड़ी मैं चला गया तो की तरह पीछे है आ लड़की
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
डरा रही है ये तो
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Rope is the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Vichama mentioned.
किधर जाना है जब बोलूं तब आ जाना इधर है ना ठीक है
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and...
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about... Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Young lady?
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of Abyss. Vichama went into a deep depression after... Oh, you're not wrong. I've tried the Abyss anyway.
कहाँ पे है ये मारो खाने पीने को मैं तो इन्हीं में काम कर तो किताब में पक्का रहा भाई बंदा ये गंदा है गंदा ये बंदा है देखते जाओ भाई देखते
Burn it down.
ये कौन सी बात है भाई, ऊपर तक लेके जाती ना। ऊपर कैसे जाऊंगा? एक बार सही हो जाते, पावर बढ़ जाते, फिर चलता है।
Full throttle!
पहुंच ही गए। वो इतनी दूर करके आ रहा है तू लौंडे।
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll
Gate बंद कर
help
दो।
you find Kachina's... Go ahead. Yes. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope. All right, let's get to it.
कर अपना जादू कर।
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely...
कौन सा जादू कर रहा है तू?
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
निकाल अपनी पावर और कुछ नहीं। आप बड़ा नहीं था। ठीक है भाई और भी एक और मॉन्स्टर।
Overruled.
Wipe out!
Light it up. Transfix.
निकल यहाँ पे।
Water jet. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock.
Stop it!
Laid bare.
अब तो जाएगा।
Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate. How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
ठीक है। तो और नहीं है। नहीं ये तो सही है, ये धुली हुई है।
Quick, take it. I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the abyss is getting stronger.
अबे भाई ये चल क्या रहा है यहाँ पे, खतरनाक सीन।
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
अरे भाई
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is
चल
strong.
रही है। 2 मिनट दो, अभी कर रहा हूँ। तो 2 मिनट हो जाओ।
This power.
2 मिनट बाद चला लेना।
Hanging in there?
Malko. No! Why can't I find him?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold.
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Get back.
Chaska, wait!
ये क्या कर रहा है इसका?
Ouch! What happened just now?
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflex.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least
मरते
Kachina's
मरते बचे
ancient
यहाँ पे
name
तो।
is still in one piece. Vichama!
उसका वो टूट गया।
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. And now... It's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing!
Huh? This is...
पत्थर क्या मैंने क्या नाम
Hey, Malco.
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words.
Too bad. No one will get to. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama.
Vichama.
I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the ball.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
हवा में क्या है वहाँ पे जाना पड़ेगा
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me... But... It also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years,
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina wasn't really on board with your plan to go when you asked for my help. But I also understood why you had once allowed to fester. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, that's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check. Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so... and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone.
वही हो गया तो निकले आजकल अबे कौन से बैठ गए
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with... They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister.
Own
You know
sister.
exactly why I'm... My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Tosca for a few minutes.
क्या बुला रही तेरी
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
That's our sister.
Koichi, Jaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by Cuckoosaurs. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss, that strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of...
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi...
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to...
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only
Yeah.
do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go on a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is!
And what do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you?
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by—
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever.
You... What do you mean, anything else? What?
Time out. Is this...
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... You need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as...
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say?
Then support me. I'll be back.
Just so, that's it. Why'd you have to turn...
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. If you're done with the spirits, according to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
If only Tongif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
The Spirit Speaker stone might be 2 stones now.
Huh? I see. Still, Sitlale's going to be a night. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
the engines! Full throttle! Try and stop me!
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again? We can't go any-
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power?
That's why it Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of concept still. All you need to do is focus on your goal.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san.
Archon,
You have nothing to be sorry about. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
What is this place? Isn't that Atea's talisman? What is
Good
this
eye.
place?
This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to this, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you.
Alright, we'll have a look. This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the... Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what she really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Make sure to handle everything with care. This cup, for example, it's heavier than it looks.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on,
Sounds like it.
so the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular... In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch?
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient name. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes.
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room, and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani-chan, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me.
The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait.
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and creepy here. And I want still. I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't call it quits now!
Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside—
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to break.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on Eon-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not. Be careful out there. I'll observe the situation from here.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra.
I think the next one's a trial.
Ah.
Full throttle!
Phew.